counterpart question is, describe the mechanisms that gram-negative bacteria use to defend itself against the immune system. So these kinds of questions are very common, by the way, in these microbiology classes. So you really need to get your mind clear about gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria. These are bacteria that basically are rather different from one another. They also can survive in different circumstances. They are adaptive in some places and not adaptive in others. So just knowing this little bit about these two types of bacteria will help you in terms of choice of an antibiotic, for instance. You don't want to take the wrong antibiotic. Also, you don't want to take an antibiotic, for instance, when you have a viral infection. The other thing is that the outer membrane of that gram-negative bacteria is quite effective. It actually has its own collection of enzymes and toxins and inactivating agents, so that the antibiotics in some cases are not effective against gram-negative bacteria. The other thing is gram-negative bacteria, because they're more complex to begin with, they have more of a capacity to rearrange themselves to become, for instance, to even induce antibiotic resistance. They're more capable of, in fact, inducing antibiotic resistance. So and then also, aside from the outer membrane, they also have the cell wall. And that cell wall essentially is a second line of defense. And then they also have a plasma membrane. So they have more layers and they have more of a capacity to withstand these immune and antibiotic attacks and these challenging external different kinds of environments that they live in. So it's really important to get a clear sense of the two bacteria, get a sense of where they live, what they're like, what kinds of agents can be used against them, how the immune system recognizes them, what kind of mechanisms can be used in order to eradicate them. So that concludes our lecture for the day. Thank you so much for visiting Educator.com.